man, I could not be more proud of my little Toyota and all the sponsors that we have and everyone who's on board and helps us and gets us this far. I just have my tuner on the phone now and I'm talking to him, just thanking him for everything he did for me all year long. I had Jason on the phone, the transmission builder, ATF Speed. Just so proud, so thankful for all these guys believing in us, believing in the car. They know I'm out here testing this car all the time. Real Street Performance for building me the most badass engine. I've ran this thing all year long, balls to the wall. Race family, check this out guys. It's 8 in the morning when it's raining in your town, but you have a desperate itch to race. Guys, we're gonna drive 2.5 hours to Orlando Speed World. There's an event happening today to hopefully get some passes in. We're hoping there's no rain up there. We had a race in our town yesterday and it got rained out. I've been dying to try the car on the 15s. I got the boost turned up higher than ever before. We're going for a personal best, man. I'm not driving 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back to do what we've done before or for no reason whatsoever. We're gonna crank this thing up higher than ever. I want to go faster than 783, so stay tuned guys. You can see all the raindrops on the car. It's been raining for like a week straight here in our town, but hopefully in a little while we'll get some good weather. I got my beautiful wife and my baby with me. The baby's still sleeping, and then I got my best friend Robert in the diesel truck with Laz and Crystal, so we're all riding up there together. Stay tuned guys, gonna be a good time. Race family, we're here. Acá llegamos familia, Orlando Speed World. Woo! All right, race family, we just got here now. We're getting the car unloaded as quickly as possible. Today's event is some sort of bracket racing. There were supposed to be 2 like test passes. I don't care for the bracket stuff. This is just the only track that was open till this time next week, so I had to come out here. There's 2 practice rounds. I hope I can still make the first one and the second. And then come bracket time, I think it's like an 11.5 index or a 10.5 index. It's not a right what you think you're gonna run and try to do that. So I'll be disqualified first round. So I'm hoping I can at least get 2 runs. I wanna get 2 rips. And they're both gonna be turned up higher than ever. If it survives the first one, I got another tune-up I can put in that's even hotter. But they're both really, really hot. The car should get better traction than ever. Our weak point now is the factory input shaft. I'm pushing it far beyond his limit, so let's see if it can hold what we're gonna throw at it today. If it does, I'm convinced we're gonna go personal best. So let's get the car down in a hurry and see what happens. Wow, look at these cars, guys. All right, race family, we're in the staging lane, guys. The car is ready. I got the bottle heater going, trying to get the bottle up to temperature. Guys, this isn't cold weather. We're almost in January. Today's like December 22nd, 3rd, 21st, I forget. But it's a few days before Christmas. But anyhow, it's like 72 degrees out. But to us, this is freaking amazing weather. Run to the track and run a personal best. So I'm excited to see what it'll run, man. It's churned up, guys, a good amount. It hasn't seen weather like this in since we were at Texas 2K earlier this year. That weather was amazing, but I hadn't had the car in like almost a year and a half, so it wasn't dialed in accordingly. I kept hurting diffs. It wasn't ready. But this weather, we should run a good number in this weather. sure what that was. I was thinking maybe input shaft, so I lifted right away. It left real strong, but it popped. Something happened. I think the board said a 127 60 foot. That's the best this car has ever gotten. But something happened. But it's not the input shaft. The car's still going. That's first gear. Second, third. Maybe something to do with fuel. We'll pull the logs now and see what the heck happened. It left real strong. 127 60 foot. I've gotten 128 60 foots twice and a 129 once. So first rip on these new wheels and tires, that was a personal best 60 foot. But top, it didn't even make it the second gear. I think top of first gear it did something weird. And I lifted right away. Ah. I don't know what that was. This car's never done that. So we'll look through the logs and see if I can find what went wrong. This is our first time testing 150 shot off the line. So, I don't know. I'll look at it now. It left better than ever. 127.2. That's better than ever. That right there would have made a big difference.
So what happened?
It just, I don't know. Like top of first gear went pop, 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 pop. Like it did something weird and I was like, it didn't feel quite like training. So I got back in it. And the car was already like in third gear, something weird.
Are you sure? Like you didn't mess with our tune?
I'll look at it now. I'll find what the problem is now. Damn. We ran 11.3, pretty good for the class. Fuck.
What was the braking? You
saw that guy that was racing, you saw his reaction? 0.001. Oh, those people are bracket racers. You have to race the tree perfect.
Yeah, as soon as I see the third light.
I wasn't worried. I was looking at my boost gauge. See how much boost I was building? Damn, Robert. What the fuck?
Bro, it's not gonna get hot. Fuck.
No, but I'm just saying, like, damn, that should have been a good rip.
Sorry, we have no. Oh, should be straight. What?
I don't even know what it could be, because even like when we went to Bradenton that one time for our drag week that we skipped second gear, I still pulled. Like I still felt like clean power.
But the car
Yeah, it was like yeah, it was like yeah, it was like and I was like, whoa. So I touched it again and whoa, I could feel it, like it still had power. I'm like, what the fuck?
Do you have my car keys?
Probably.
So what, you gonna go up there or?
Yeah, probably. Family! Guys, after reviewing the logs, I think what happened was I've never ran a 150 shot before from the line, and it left so hard. I got a 127 60 foot. It left harder than it's left before. And I had my shift point from first to second gear at 8100. So by the time the ECU sees 8100 and tells the transmission to shift, it took an extra 300 RPM. So I saw 8400. And at 8400, I got my 2 to 3 gear shift. So I shifted into second and then immediately shifted into third. And I felt that inside the car and I didn't know what was wrong, so I lifted. So I got a 127 60 foot. The other thing that I noticed is the brake wasn't holding. As I was there on two-step, the car starts rolling forward and then I completely lift off the brake and the car leaves. So if I can hold the brake even tighter and get it to not leave, not roll away from me, I think we'll 60 foot even better in the 126s, which would be crazy. So this next pass, I lowered the shift point first to second 200 RPMs, and I raised the 2 to 3 from 8400 to 8500. That way there's no way they'll interfere. They're 300 RPMs further apart, and they barely saw one another on that last go around. So this round they shouldn't interfere. So if that works well, if I can get the car from rolling away from me, it'll 60 better and hopefully make a really good pass. I'm convinced the tune-up that's in the car right now, I really think it'll go a high 760, 768, 769, which would be crazy. And there's still more left in it, but I want to make sure I can get this pass out of the way If it survives this pass, the next goal is to leave the spray on first and second gear. Just so you guys know, that 150 shot's turning off at 30 miles an hour. We're leaving the line and the spray cuts off within a couple of feet of the starting line. I'm no nitrous, just all boost. So if it survives this pass, if everything goes well, and I'm willing to go again, the idea is to leave the spray on first gear and second gear. If I did that, if we can go 760 without that and then do that, I'm sure we can go 750, which is crazy, at over 185 miles an hour. So let's see what happens, man. Fingers crossed, everything lives. The tranny holds the power, everything, the whole car holds the power. I have a Toyota differential, the A340. I know I reference the A340 a lot, guys, and it's because we never imagined it'll hold this kind of power. And every time I come out here, it continues to just impress me and shock me, and it's incredible what it could do. But the weakest point is the input shaft, and there's no secret, everyone knows it. Clutch wise, we're holding the power. The car saw 53 pounds of boost in first gear. So 150 shot leaving the line, 53 pounds of boost, the clutch is holding, the tranny's taking it like nothing. Just the input shaft is the weak point, so we're trying to be cautious around the input shaft till we get that billet input shaft, and then this A340 is gonna be a bad motherfucker. So let's see what happens. Here we go, family, round 2. A Toyota Camry just ran in front of us and left the water all on the track. I'm gonna try to go around it as best as I can. All right, they noticed it. They noticed the water. They're gonna try to clean it. Thank God. Guys, 121 60 foot leaving on a foot brake, and I think on a 2-3 shift we heard something tranny related, probably an input shaft. It's the one thing that goes, but that's 58 pounds of boost that the car was seeing top of second gear. The car dynoed 1336 and worse weather than this at 53 pounds. So 58 pounds, well over 1400 wheel in a car that's pretty freaking heavy still. I'm wondering if it broke before or after the 8th mile. If we could at least have gone in the 4th to the 8th, I'll be so pumped.
159.
Race family, what a freaking pass. That was a 121 to the 60 foot. This car's never even dreamed of doing that on 17s. 121 to the 60 foot, but on the 2-3 shift, guys, that was 58 pounds of boost and something let go. I'm almost sure the input shaft is the only weak point in this transmission. That was easily well over 1,400 wheel horsepower in a car that still has good weight. It's a heavy car. So that poor input shaft is doing enough. I can't be upset. I hope it broke after the 8th mile and I can at least get a new record 8th mile number. We're about to find out, man, but it left so hard. I gotta call for a ride back. That's beautiful right there. Thank you for picking me up. Yo. No, it's for Robert's truck. There's a box in the back of Erica's car with a yellow strap. You can just pull me back. All right, look. Guys, he picked me up. I was ready to get my ticket. I'll get off here and I get my ticket too. Thank you. That's very nice of him. That was a long run. My car broke. 83, 85. It was maybe like a little while ago.
I have 30, 38.
83, 85. It's probably like a 9-second pass or so. Please tell me she has that ticket. Oh.
I have 30, 38. That's you.
Can I look at it? I can identify it.
They probably took the wrong number.
That's me. That's me. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ah! Guys, let me get this crap out of the way. A 121 to the 60 foot, 121.4. It definitely broke before the 8th mile. It went a 5.04. That's my best 8th mile ET ever, and only 131 miles an hour. Should have gone over 145. So we broke before the 8th and still went a record ET to the 8th. 5.0. God, that would have been such a sick pass. 760, not a doubt in my mind. I don't want to say 750. I don't like ever, I don't know, just like, this car has already surprised me. When I built this car, my goal was to go freaking 11s. And the car went 10s with ease. It went 9s and I never expected it. The car went 8s and never in my wildest dream that I ever think I would have an 8-second car. Recently, earlier this year, we went a 7. Never, ever, ever would it had ever crossed my mind I would own a 7-second car. I mean, based on my drag racing IQ, a little bit that I know, I improved almost a 10th in the freaking 60 foot. A 10th, over a 10th in the 8th mile. And I've gone a 783. So it would have been in the 60s, no doubt. The car's never seen this much boost. It was gonna be 58 and a half or so pounds, all second gear, all third gear. It's never ran that high. I'm sure it would have gone over 185, and instead it went a freaking 121 miles an hour. 860, letting off before the 8th. Couldn't be happier, man. Shit left hard. Damn! You guys got the strap? Oh shit. Damn, man.
That would have been the pass.
Bro, that would have been the pass. I think so. That's the only, like what? No. It's training.
Wrong gear.
That's the only that's like the only weak point in the transmission, Robert. Robert, 121 to the 60 foot. 5.0 to the 8th. We've gone a 5.1 to the 8th. So we were already ahead by a 10th, and we only went 131 miles an hour to the 8th, and we usually go like 144. So it broke before the 8th, and we still did a record. I'm all the way at the end, dog. Way back there. Crazy. Damn, that's a good looking car right there. Hey, you're good. She looks beautiful, bro. I love that car. It's my baby. Couldn't be more proud of her. I could have been a little more proud, but I'm not upset, man. This came a crazy long way. 860, guys, letting off before the 8th. God, 5-0 to the 8th mile. That was gonna be in the 4s, but that would have been my first pass ever in the 4s in the 8th. Ah, crazy. That's the only piece, dude. The only, it's running. By Texas, it'll be sick. If you can get that shit right by Texas. I know. All right, my brother. Enjoy the family. Happy New Year's. Later. Race family. Guys, you always got to see the glass half full, not half empty. Guys, you always got to find the light, the positive in everything. In your day-to-day life, doesn't matter what you're going through, just find the positive, man. There's always positives. Don't dwell on the negative. I could have very easily been crazy upset right now. 1, for having a broken car. 2, for knowing that that was so close to a ridiculous record run that I would have been so crazy happy about, but it just wasn't the time. It's not the time for me to do it right now. And there'll be a time when I need it more than this. Ah, freak. All right, you guys are listening here. That camera just died. I said, oh, freak. Anyhow, you guys are listening. Guys, always see the glass half full, man. I could not be more proud of my little Toyota and all the sponsors that we have and everyone who's on board and helps us and gets us this far. I just have my tuner on the phone now and I'm talking to him, just thanking him for everything he did for me all year long. I had Jason on the phone, the transmission builder, ATF Speed. Just so proud, so thankful for all these guys believing in us, believing in the car. They know I'm out here testing this car all the time. Real Street Performance for building me the most badass engine. I've ran this thing all year long, balls to the wall. I reached out to Jay, the owner of Real Street Performance, one of the owners. I reached out to Jay recently and said, Jay, do you need me to retorque the head? Do you need me to do any maintenance? Look over the engine. What could I do to this thing? I haven't done nothing but change the oil and put good fuel in it. He's like, do exactly that. He's like, just keep running it. He's like, is the oil pressure good? Is this good? Is the engine okay? I said, yeah, it's acting fine. The more I turn it up, the faster it runs. He said, keep running it. It's incredible. I've ran this car at 55. Today was 58 pounds of boost. 150 shot of nitrous. The nitrous cuts off early, you guys know that, but it sees nitrous, it sees crazy boost numbers, and it just takes it. It loves it. It's crazy. So, again, I could not be more happy with everyone who's on board, all my friends for coming out here to help me. My family always comes out to the big races, and we're always together, and we get to enjoy this together. 2019 was an incredible year for our YouTube channel. I know a lot of you guys always tell me that you guys envision the channel being a lot larger and that we should have even more subs. Matter of fact, today we should be hitting 30,000 subscribers. And you guys always say we should have a lot more than that, but know that 30,000 to me is a huge number, and I'm extremely grateful for everyone's support. The national anthem, baby. Guys, we almost got the car back to the pits now. I couldn't be more proud, man. Thanks for you guys. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for always following the car. Come on, man. God bless. Praise family. Guys, I was telling you guys a few minutes ago that you always got to see the glass half full, that I was pumped about today. I couldn't be happier, although I'm leaving with a broken car and not quite what I wanted. And I came over here, we loaded the car on the trailer, and check this out, guys. This guy comes to me and brings me this. A professional photographer that was here at the track. Let me pick it up. They make these they take these beautiful shots and they'll bring you the frame. They framed it, did everything here at the track. This is the coolest picture of my car, like the coolest frame. Like, I've never done something like this. I was speechless when that guy brought me this. I was so pumped. Like, I can't wait to take this home and put it up in my freaking office. This here motivates the hell out of me, man. Look how badass this thing looks on the 15s in the back. Those tires are so big. And it's like a perfect freaking flush. Meaning it doesn't rub at all. God, it just looks so badass. Guys, I'm actually gonna give this one to Jason. ATF Speed, guys. They have badass ATF cars, like some of their customer cars, all on the wall in their office. And I've always wanted to do that for them, but I'm not that creative. I don't know how to create this and how to make it this cool. So as soon as I saw it, I said that one's gonna be for Jason. So I'm gonna go back and buy my cell phone and put it in my home office. So Jason, that one's for you, my brother. You deserve it. Thank you for freaking kicking butt with us all year long with the Baltic Supra. You're the man. Guys, so again, always see the freaking cup half full, man. Be freaking, find the light, find the positive, and whatever your situation may be, always find the positive. We're leaving with a broken car, but man, could not be more proud to have family and friends here, have my daughter. Come on, guys, on to the next race season. We know what we did good this year, what we did wrong, and how to improve, and just keep pushing this car. Could not be more proud on all Toyota parts. Also, the half mile coming up this new year. One of my big goals is to go to the half mile. I want to make a statement in the half mile, so stay tuned for that, guys. All right, we're gonna get on the road. Catch you guys on the next one. Give me some deuces, baby. Lonnie!
She's having lunch.
Lonnie!
Lonnie, mira. Mira acá.
She's in the zone. Yay! Baby, let me see that jacket. The wife of the driver, baby. What you got in the back? Ray's family. Guys, always family and friends, man. Had an amazing time. We got to get on the road and get home.